All right, welcome back to another episode of the From Half Court Sports Talk Show with Darren and Rob. Wow, we just finished up a credible NBA season, and now we're moving straight into the NFL. Um, first of all, congratulations to the Golden State Warriors on a great season and an amazing championship. Shout out to Steph, Clay, Draymond, Andrew, Jordan Poole, Steve Kerr, and all them boys out there. But we're going to make a hard transition into the NFL season, getting ready for the NFL year. And the first team we are going to do is the Tennessee Titans out of the AFC South. So, first thing is I want just your basic overview of what they've done so far this offseason and a basic outlook for this team.
Um, yeah, shout out to Golden State. I thought that was a good series. I think everybody knew that Golden State was going to win it. I just wanted to say that.
Everybody didn't know that.
I think I'm sorry.
I said everybody didn't know that.
Well, a lot of people knew that Golden State was going to pull it out. It was the early favorites at a lot of points, knowing that Clay was going to come back and they were going to come back healthy. So they were the early favorites next to LA, but obviously they didn't make it and Brooklyn didn't make it. So that's great. Shout out to the Celtics too for Cinderella like season. Excited to see what they do next year. That being said, let's go into football. Yeah, we're starting with Tennessee. Um, and you just asked me about their overall team.
Just overall, what's your projection? What's your thoughts about Tennessee going into the season?
Um, they won the AFC last year, right? They were the number one seed,
Are you
correct?
asking me?
Yeah.
Uh, I
Let's
know
just
they won their division.
they were. Let's just say they were the number one seed. No other team in their division made it into the playoff. That being said, just keeping it on this team, I think they're receiver wise, they're kind of in a rebuild. Everything else wise, they're kind of still there. Like defense was playing pretty good actually pretty fucking amazing last year. Um, Derrick Henry missed a lot of time, and Ryan Tannehill held him down, and they got the number one seed. And I thought that was pretty impressive with Derrick Henry missing that much time. The backup running back did a great job too. Hilliard, I want to say it was last year, and maybe
Homie
one
was
more
a
person.
beast though.
Um, he was definitely like not Derrick Henry, but he was definitely doing things with the ball when he got the opportunity. They made some upgrades to the overall receiving set. I will
Hmm.
say losing AJ Brown is a blow, but if Traylon Burks can come in and be a baller, that'd be great. Westbrook, uh, Kiney, Akini, I always messed up his name. I'm sorry. Uh, he was decent last year, a steady piece for them. But I like the additions of Robert Woods and Austin Hooper as well. I think those are two vet pieces that can hone in this team.
I I have no reason to think that this division is going to play out any differently than it did last year. Obviously, pending injury and the health of Derrick Henry. If this team can stay healthy with their offensive line slash Derrick Henry, um, they should be able to make the playoffs again. I don't want to say relatively easily, but they should be able to make the playoffs because they still have a pretty good defense. One thing that is a big thing for me going into this season for them is their pass rush. How much of effect are their pass rushers going to have this year? Because I'm pretty sure they were pretty low in pass rush rating, but they had a really good rush defense. So are their pass rushers going to show up? Because I kind of feel like they paid Bud Dupree all that money to be a number one pass rusher, a top possibly 5, 10 pass rusher in the league, and he really didn't show up that way. I kind of feel like he
He
had
got
a
hurt.
underperforming season overall.
But
Yeah,
didn't he
but he
get
wasn't
hurt?
playing well even before he got hurt.
Mm,
You disagree?
yeah, I disagree.
Okay.
I think you wanted him to be a TJ Watt. He's not TJ.
I didn't want him to be a TJ Watt. I wanted him to be a top 10 pass rusher in the league.
in the league.
Yes.
Oh no, no,
That's
no.
what that's all they paid him.
Mm-mm. He's not that. But the AFC West got. Come on now, like that's no, that's no, no. I'm sorry.
So you think I was just asking too much for him? Because I feel like they paid him like that. So that's
I
what
don't
I
think it's.
expected from them.
I don't think it's a bad thing to ask for, but I would say you got to understand like that from you're asking from specifically Bud Dupree, right?
Specifically Bud Dupree, yes.
Uh, then I don't know what you. He's not gonna be a top 10. He played pretty good last year, but he's not a top 10 passer at the end of the day.
Okay.
He's not. But what I will say is, you said something that threw me off. What was it? Um, they should win their division. Is that what you said?
They should win their division. I don't see this. I don't think there should be any problem with them winning the division this year.
I
I
don't
don't
think
want to
you're
say
right
it's going to
either.
be easy because it's the NFL, but I think they are without a doubt the best team in their division on paper specifically.
Ooh. Um, maybe, definitely. Um,
The only other
if
team I
you,
could think of is the Colts.
yep. And they got Matt Ryan. That quarterback change is always a good thing. Always been a good thing, at least. But for the Colts, they've been looking for a quarterback. So, um, I just don't know about that specifically. Derrick Henry got to stay healthy, and I don't know. I just like Matt Ryan with the Colts a little bit more than Carson Wentz with the Colts. So I don't know if that's just a guarantee. Goes to their schedule, right? Titan schedule.
Yep.
Starting with the New York Giants at home. Um, honestly, they have a decent schedule. You might be right. You might be right. They have a very good schedule at the beginning of the schedule, at least. No, they have a good schedule through and through. This is one of the best schedules in the NFL is giving people. Uh, you get the Giants with a new head coach at home. That you can't ask for none better than that. You get the early Monday night game. It looks like it's going to be two Monday night games that week. Uh, the week two, and you're against a Buffalo team at Buffalo. But if it's one thing we know about Buffalo, they struggle with running with the run. So they're good against the pass, but they struggle with the run. So that's a good, regardless win or lose. You got Vegas home against Vegas. That's a good matchup because you're at home, and we struggle with the run. Uh, then you got a divisional matchup. That's always tough. Depending on what Washington front you get this year, it's pretty good. Bye week not too terrible. Home versus Indiana. So you take out Indiana twice early. That's good. I'd rather have them early, late. I would say both teams at their highest strength, and like Rob said, the Titans are better on paper. You said.
Yes.
Then you got home at Houston. Um, history would say that you're going to lose one of those divisional games. But if you don't, you're definitely going to lose to Kansas City. One of those two things, or one of those, you're going to lose one of those three games. I'm not going to call which one though. Um, Denver's just a wild card for me. I don't know what to expect from Denver. Really good defense though.
We're not talking
Uh,
about Denver right now, but I expect a decent amount with Russ Wilson back there. I have
I expect.
expectations for them.
I don't know. It's that defense is amazing. Um, at Green Bay on a Thursday night after playing Denver. Mm, that would suck to have to travel there. But the run travels well. So if you can run the ball, you can travel. This is all predicated on Derrick Henry staying healthy for me. Cincinnati, that's gonna be a good game because that was the Cincinnati took them out the playoffs last year.
Mhm.
At Philly, AJ Brown gets his revenge game. Home versus Jacksonville. Yeah, I expect Jacksonville to be a little bit better this year. They're going to definitely lose to the Chargers, though. Um, well, shit, actually, that's going to be a very interesting game because the Chargers always struggle with the run these past couple. Well, at least last year they struggled with the run, and I think the year before too. Houston, I think they beat Houston both times. Jacksonville, they might split. Um, yeah, and then Indianapolis, I think they're going to get one of them. But yeah, this is a really good schedule. Like the worst part of the schedule to me is maybe having two divisional games, then going to Kansas City, or the at Philly, the at Philly, Jacksonville Chargers week, like those weeks, because then you go into the West Coast in general for both of those teams, kind of stuff. But yeah, this is a really good schedule.
Um, how many games did you have them winning?
I didn't even do that. My fault. I was going through what you're saying.
So
Um,
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna have them winning about 12 to 14 games.
yeah, at least I'm about to say at least 11. Um, somewhere somewhere around there. They just got a good schedule. I think they beat Cincinnati because of Derrick Henry. This is all predicated on Derrick Henry being healthy.
Um, knock on wood, knock on wood. Do you think Malik Willis starts this year at any point?
Unless Ryan Tannehill gets hurt. But nah.
Um, I definitely agree with you. I think he's like a 2 3 year project. How 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 old is Ryan? You know how old Ryan Tannehill is?
I mean, he's older, 30, something like that.
Okay.
Somewhere in his 30s.
Yeah, I don't want the Jordan logo getting hurt. So hope he stays healthy as well. Um, yeah. Why are you shaking your head? That's his touchdown.
Yeah, whatever. Uh, yeah, I think this team is gonna be a good team this year, and I'm just mad we got to play in week 3. Just really ass. Why'd they fuck us on the schedule so bad? Oh,
All right. Um, do you got anything else on the Tennessee Titans?
it was very disappointing how they lost last year. So, like Ryan Tannehill, I think he said he didn't even watch the Super Bowl. He had to like he waited like a couple weeks to watch it, like after to watch it or something like that. He said he just now recently got over it or something like that, like a week or two ago. But that was a very disappointing week, very disappointing way to go out, especially after winning the number one seed and getting that bye week. Cincinnati coming there and just winning the way they did was kind of tragic. So I'm expecting better, uh, hopefully. But AJ Brown, I think, was a great receiver. So I don't. I there were certain points when AJ Brown was in the game, it was like Ryan Tannehill just throw it up to AJ Brown. Like that's what it was. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
Definitely. All right, so we're going to be continuing with AFC South moving forward. We're going to do a different team with you guys on our next episode. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Um, make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Um, and let us know what you guys think of the Tennessee Titans and what your prediction is for their record. We'll see you guys next time.